Yo, check this thing out. I have a spur on the back of your Jeep. Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by and checking out this video. First thing I want to say is this video was inspired by the YouTube channel Travels with Dottie. I watched Rob do one of these and I thought that'd be a pretty good idea. So you're getting one too. Thanks for the idea, Rob. All right, so what I'm going to talk about today is some of my favorite YouTube channels. And then after that, we're going to talk about 10 of my friends' YouTube channels as well. So make sure you stick around for that. But I have a lot of conversations with people out here, YouTubers and van lifers and nomads, and we're always discussing YouTube channels to watch. And a lot of people are surprised by the channels that I watch because other than my friends, I don't watch a whole lot of van life kind of channels. I like the gearhead stuff and the building stuff, and I don't know, it's like information. So anyway, here is 10 of my favorite YouTube channels. First off, and I am not alone in this because the guy's got like 4 million subscribers, but Cletus McFarlane. I freaking love watching Cletus. I love motorsports. I love horsepower. I love things that aren't supposed to exist. So they build a lot of neat stuff that goes really fast, and they're always growing and improving out there. They never get stagnant. They never just find something that works and stick with that. They are always continuing to grow. And I think that is one of the most important qualities in a YouTube channel, is not getting stuck on something and not being afraid to take chances. So if you like horsepower and, you know, wrecking stuff and doing stuff, you know, racing, all kinds of stuff, along with a lot of humor, make sure you check out Cletus McFarlane. My second favorite channel, which is basically the same kind of a channel, is called The Boosted Boys. I think he might have changed it to Boosted Boy Kyle now. But again, they are a Honda-based motor channel, and they have neat stuff like 1,000 horsepower all-wheel drive minivans. And they took another minivan and cut the body off of it and put a Tesla Plaid underneath it. He has the fastest Toyota MR2 in the world, and I think the fastest Geo Tracker. Again, he just builds a lot of things that shouldn't exist and go really, really, really fast. So if you're looking for that kind of content, especially if you're a VTEC Honda guy or a Honda K motor guy or turbos, if you like turbos, you want to check out The Boosted Boys. Next is a different kind of channel. It's a population-based channel, and it's called, the guy's name is Nick Johnson. And he just travels around and shows you places. Shows you the good, he shows you the bad, he shows you the ghetto, he shows you the ritzy parts. He answers a lot of questions, puts a lot of rumors to sleep. I've been watching him for a pretty long time. I like his, you know, his delivery's good. It's no nonsense. Sometimes he makes more than one video with the same footage, but we're all YouTubers and we all do that, I think. So yeah, Nick Johnson, if you're into population and United States statistics, make sure you check out Nick Johnson. After that, this is another one of the fabrication channels, the Grind Hard Plumbing Company. I have been watching these guys for a long time, like way before they had a channel called Grind Hard Plumbing Company. They used to have a television show on the Discovery Channel, I believe, called The Woodsman. And they built a tree house that revolved like a carousel around the tree. And then what they did was they built one of the first Barbie cars with a gas motorcycle engine in it. And then they put a turbo on it. So that was pretty cool. And now they're building amazing stuff. I mean, they got like 3 million subscribers, 2.5 million subscribers, and they just fabricate some amazing stuff. There are a couple guys up in Idaho, and they build some really radical stuff. So if you like that and you haven't heard of them, the Grind Hard Plumbing Company. Next, one of the greatest channels out there, one of the first racing channels that I knew about, the legends, Kyle and the boys out at 1320 Video. These guys started out street racing, just documenting street racing, doing a lot of illegal stuff, I might add. And they have evolved that into one of the biggest, if not the biggest, drag racing channels on the internet. You know, and they give cars away about every month. They have lots of events, lots of meetups. They sponsor just about everything. They're the guys that turned me on to drag and drives like Mount Rocky Mountain Race Week and Hot Rod Race Week, and later on SIG Week and all the drag and drive stuff. So if you like that kind of stuff, if you like raw drag racing footage, check out 1320 Video. Next is an adventure channel, Mav, M-A-V. And he just travels around and does cool stuff that I like to do. He fishes a lot. You know, he's not held in by borders. He travels all over the world. I really enjoy his winter ice fishing stuff because he does like super elite ice fishing. I mean, you know, you go to this place and you go in there and they got TV screens all around and sofas and there's cameras under the water and you can monitor your lines and all that kind of stuff. I really like that. He travels in a bunch of cool rigs too. He's got a Volkswagen Bug that's got a pop-up camper built into the back of it. He cooks a lot too. He makes a lot of good meals on the fly. So if you want to check out another good channel, MAV. And then again, another adventure channel. And I'm sure a lot of the people watching this have seen this channel. In fact, many of you probably know her, the Wonder Hussy channel. I've been watching her for a really long time. I really used to enjoy when she would go out and find all the hot springs. I have a lot of them marked. And at some point in my YouTube career, I am going to go out and find hot springs myself. And I'm going to use a lot of her videos as a roadmap. But I've been watching her for a long time. And she's, I don't know, she's just kind of quirky and cool. I think she's a former musician. I know she's a model, but I'm pretty sure she was a former musician. And I don't know, I'm usually just interested by people who were formerly musicians because I'm one of those people myself. So yeah, if you don't know Wonder Hussy, you should go check her out. She's always traveling around the Southwest and, you know, out the West mostly, but she's about Nevada, West, and South. Wonder Hussy. Another one, and this is completely unrelated to any kind of motorsports or traveling, but it is great. It's called Minty Comedic Arts. And it's a bloke from Australia, I believe. And he just talks about old movies, you know, from the 80s and the 90s. It's not grindhouse or anything like that. It's all kinds of movies. They could be movies that 80 million people saw, and they could be movies that 8 people saw. But he's got a really good spin on it, and he always does like a top 10 things you didn't know about this movie. So I enjoy that, especially if it's a movie that I am kind of a cult follower on. Sometimes I even like to challenge myself to see if I know more than Minty. So if you guys are into old movies and you like, you know, that pop culture trivia, check out Minty Comedic Arts. And next on the list is a smaller YouTube channel. I say smaller, they have a lot more subscribers than me, but it's probably the smallest one of the famous list. Fuel Injection Sucks. These guys are from my hometown, and they became popular by turbo LS swapping like a 1972 Winnebago Brave and then taking it down to Maryland. And they were running Mustang GTs and stuff light to light and beating them. And they blew up. I think 1320 even covered it a little bit. So that put them up around the 50,000 subscriber mark now, but they've always been building some pretty neat stuff. Not your typical kind of builds. They'll drive out, you know, and pick up something at an auction real cheap. They got a lot of square bodies. I know they got a 72 Malibu on there, or a 70 Malibu Chevelle. That's pretty nice on there. They took an old checker cab car, you know, like an old cab, a checker cab, and they put like a 4-liter Barra engine in from Australia with a big turbo, and just a bunch of cool stuff. If you're into, you know, smaller channels, low budget, not the guys that are trying to sell you stuff, you know, like I'm guilty of often, check out Fuel Injection Sucks, because they do a neat thing, and I hope they grow. They're at like 50,000 subscribers. It would be cool to see them hit 100. It'd be cool to see me hit 50,000 now that I think about it. And the last on this list, and today is the day that I'm recording this, is November 8th. And it just so happens to be the anniversary of this dude's death. But Hobo Stobe. Hobo Stobe was a really cool guy. He died November 8th, 2017. And he was a hobo. You know, he hopped a train. But he wasn't destitute. You know, he was a veteran of, I believe, the Coast Guard. You know, and he was a very good piano player. He's an entertaining person. He wasn't afraid to be himself. Well, he showed you more than the United States because he traveled to Canada and made a video called Crossing Canada by Freight Train. And that's what he did. He just hopped trains and traveled around. And he did it for a lot of years, and he was really good at it. And unfortunately, he got killed by a train. It stinks because I really enjoyed his channel. He's been gone for a long time, 8 years now. Still watching his videos. If you guys want to see America and Canada from an angle that you're not readily going to see, check out Hobo Stobe. That's the channels that I like to watch that are like popular. You know, they got at least, I'm pretty sure everybody on there's got close to 50,000 subscribers. And I still got to tell you guys about all my friends' YouTube channels. Well, at least I'm going to pick 10 of my friends' YouTube channels. And they are in no particular order. So if anybody's going to get butt hurt, that ain't why I'm making this. And plus I'm doing it to help me because I got to make content while the war wagon's in the shop. Here are 10 of my friends that I think you should check out their YouTube channels. First one is my good buddy Paul Seidner. He was just hanging out at the War Ranch. I met him last season, the end of last season, out at Quartzsite. He camped at Misfit Camp with me. And he's a cool dude, way mellow, way chill. He travels around in a 2011 Kia minivan by himself. And he likes to go hiking, and he makes some pretty cool hiking videos. He had another channel. I'm not going to tell you the name of that channel because I don't want you to go to check that one out. But he decided to revamp it all, and he was just at about 1,000 subscribers, and he started over brand new. And now he's only got like 50. So if you're into hiking and stuff like that, he spent some time out at Quartzsite. He did a camp host job this past summer. Check out my buddy Paul Seidner. Next one is another person that I just met this year. My new friend, Mindy. Her channel is called Divine Mojo, and she's an awesome human being. I met her last year out at the Ironwood meetup. That's where I met most of these people, or Quartzsite. I don't know. I just met her, and she's like, we're from the same generation. We're, you know, like the same age group. We're into the same kind of stuff. You know, we crack and laugh at the same kind of jokes. And she's just a genuinely fun person to spend time with and hang out with. And she makes some pretty cool videos of some awesome scenery. So she really loves New Mexico. So if you're a fan of New Mexico, you'll like her videos. But she also spends a lot of time in Utah. And she's currently traveling in Jeep Cherokee, like the country style. All right. And then the next one is going to be my good friend Raymond, formerly known as the Paper Bag Nomad. And he's gone through a couple name changes. But before he was the Paper Bag Nomad, he was the Resident Nomad. And he has decided to go back to his original channel name. I hope he continues that name and does not change it. And Raymond travels around with his cat in it's a Nissan Xterra that he's got built out. He did a heck of a job on that. It's surprising how much room he has in such a small space. And he's growing. 1,500 subscribers, I think, is his goal for 2025. So if you guys got a chance to stop over and check out his channel and his cat. But if you like cats and you like non-typical ways of travel and living, Raymond at the Resident Nomad is your guy. Next one is my friend Traveling Patio. I met her last year out at Ironwood as well, and helped her get some stuff done on her van, helped her with her solar system and a couple other things like that, and got to go out and travel with her a little bit, do a couple camps with her. She's currently spending time out in Quartzsite, giving you the Quartzsite rundown. So if you're looking for the 411 on what's happening in Quartzsite, check out Traveling Patio. And right about now, she's got about, 650 subscribers. So jump over there and give her a hand. The next one, my buddy G at the RVing with G channel. I met him last year out at Quartzsite. We just kind of hit it off, man. He's a cool cat. Way chill. Got a lot of knowledge about solar. Likes to cook. And yeah, he's just a chill dude, man. He got an e-bike. He and I were riding out on our e-bikes last year. This year, I'm sure I'll be camping close to him at some point. Rumor has it he brought a motorcycle with him so that maybe Hector and I and G and his little motorcycle will go out cruising. And he has recently got a dog. His new puppy Spot, super cute. So if you like all that kind of stuff, make sure you go over and check out my buddy RVing with G. I think he's got about 650 subscribers, so he could always use a couple. Next, it's going to be my boy Marshall from Mellow Nomadic Adventures. He's also the other half of the band Innocent Twister, which you can catch at our next gig, wherever the heck that's going to be. But I met him out at Ironwood last year too, and we developed a fast friendship. Both guitar players, and we had a makeshift band we put together with Captain Jack Scrapper. There's a little side note. And we played some tunes for the people out at the Ironwood meetup last year and had a great time. And since then, Marshall has done some SEO work for me on my YouTube channel for the Alaska trip. And yeah, he's just a genuine good dude. And a side note, my buddy Captain Jack Scrapper, check him out too. He goes live a lot, and sometimes he plays a bongo drum with the band Innocent Twister. So there's a little bonus friend for you. Next one, my boy Brock just celebrated his birthday, the Aussie Van Man. He's a cool dude, man. He cooks a lot. He likes his music, and he likes his lights, man. He's got like a traveling party, man. His van is like a traveling party. Super sound system, super light system, and the guy cooks some dang tasty food. And he's a friendly guy, you know what I mean? Like I met him out at Ironwood last year. I was camped like 2 spots away from him, and you know, we just saw each other and started talking. I have some friends from Australia, so it was cool to bounce some stuff off of him. And you know, Brock's just a cool, genuine guy, man. So if you're looking for some stuff like that Brock does, go over and check out the Aussie Van Man. I don't know, somewhere around 6,000 and change subscribers, but he could always use a couple more. Next on the list, we got Tina's the Outsider from up in Detroit, Michigan. She's cool. I met her via Captain Jack Scrapper last year. I guess I met her out at Ironwood as well. And she's just a fun person. She's friendly and she likes to laugh. So she travels around and does some tours, takes you to where she's going and explains the history of the places and introduces you to her friends and shows you the inside of her van. I think her van, she's got I think it's a Road Tech 190. I think she's got about 1,500 subscribers. Maybe she's got 2,000, but she could always use a couple more. So if you're into that kind of stuff, make sure you go out and check Tina's the Outsider. And then the next one on the list is a friend I met out at Ironwood this year. A lot of you have probably watched her channel. Many of you probably know her. Adventuring with Amanda. She travels around in a minivan. She's based, I think, out of Arizona usually, but she travels all over the West. I've seen her as far as Florida already. She has a good channel. She's a very friendly person. We had a great time having a Jenga tournament out at Ironwood this past season. So got to meet her and hang out with her. Unfortunately, her dog, Winston, passed away earlier this year. She had him with her for a real long time, way before she was a YouTuber. So condolences to Amanda over her dog, Winston. But she's a trooper and she's still out there doing it, making great videos. I think she just hit 35,000 subscribers. So congratulations to you, Amanda. But she could always use a couple more. So if you don't know who Amanda is, go check her out. And the last but not least on this list are some people that I met out in Quartzsite last year. And their channel is called See Our View. OURV. The RV is capitalized. But that's Tim. And he stays out of Quartzsite all the time, man. He's always there. He don't leave. And he gives you the 411 on what's going on out there, the temperature, how windy it is, what's going on, if the LTVA is open, if the water's shut down, if somebody's camper blew up, all the 411 that you need to know. Tim has got the info for you. So make sure you check out CR View because it's a pretty cool channel. He got, I don't know, over 2,000 subscribers, but like everybody else, he could use a couple more. All right, everybody, I have just rambled for 21 and a half minutes about YouTube channels. I don't know if you guys are even going to like this video or not, but I got to thank Rob from Travels with Dottie. And if you haven't checked out Travels with Dottie, I'm not really friends with him, but I like his channel. I kind of got to meet him a little bit last year for a couple minutes, but we didn't really get a chance to talk. Maybe this year. But that's going to do it for this one. We will see you on the next one. Keep on vanning. Just in time for the dog to bark.